So where did your granddad teach people how to drive?
Off-road, dog.
Off-road. Oh, Katazi, off-road.
There's off-road license.
Which one is this one?
They built the roads while, like, they
was
built the roads
teaching.
when I was a child.
Not wild.
Wild, guys. Best and the president can't be. Well, they. Okay. Guys. President Casrata, guys.
But yeah, what I'm trying to say is like, if you don't do it when no one is watching, just leave it, man.
Hey. Oppressive party, nakunandaba.
Sorry in advance. No money is a sunbed. Yes, good indugu in me.
Yeah, there's a clean message.
Robo Pops, abiza my cheese girl and my cheese boy there. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, now my LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story, plating on my guest, and nice and moy. You want my bundles, not of joy. Said it's Pop Pops and Robot Boy.
Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call the world like friends like these. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call the world like friends like these.
E, O, U, buffalo, soldier, comrades, core, people, service, delivery, shwa.
George! Nyarasa!
My fellow South Africans, Chishomi. My fellow South Africans, the impact of the corona.
Mr. Rams, before you go, can you add a bit more vernac? The people love that.
Oh. My fellow South Africans, nda. My fellow South Africans, hello, nda, sanbonan, dumela. Jovicho.
Thank you, Maporisa.
You know. Yeah, boy.
I was saying, Peace Tawarera, ever since retirement.
Security.
You know what? You know when you were a former Kabi and now you're a rapper.
How's my mic? Spay went on in Johnny Mike. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, as Liboni, Rick Ross was here to start the show. Now it's time for us to focus. Take your eyes off the njebe that was garmered with an afro comb and focus on us who've been growing all this facial hair for 36 years.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we interrupt this podcast for a state of the nation.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cheese boys, cheese girls, the cheese gang. My fellow South Africans, the president is here. Presidente Yasitrata, Maradona, jersey number 10. Before we bring him on, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce my co-host, a man who is no stranger to electricity, more fire, and of course, dance moves. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from over there, please put your digital hands together. Welcome onto our podcast, the one and only Robot Boy. And back there in the shadows, size 28 waist, under Pena XS. Please put your digital hands together. Help me welcome onto the stage a man who uses one bottle of roll-on for 2 months. Titi, Turmeric, the Barbarian.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cheese Gang, you already know the one who drives the ship, who is the leader of
Which one is this one?
President of the Yellow Bones, Lee Haircut Yaga Lundi, Mr. Mpopops Morikwane.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, none of this would be possible without the studios we're in right here in Centurion, which is next to the home of our guest right here in Pretoria. Beyond the eyes. Because sometimes you can only see so far. But when you come and you take your production to a level that you want to see beyond the eyes, this is the place to be. And of course, we sit comfortably. And why is that, Robot?
The reason why we sit comfortably is because we have an outstanding guest. But before we stand, we need to sit in comfort and luxurious luxury. 2050 Event Supplies. We supply the furniture.
All right. Now that the bills are being paid, it's time to open a new tab with our guest here today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cheese boys, cheese girls, cheese gang. Help us welcome to Popcorn and Cheese, the one and only
Which one is
FOCALISTIC!
Yes. President Jastrata with the camouflage pants.
Yeah.
So you want to be seen or you don't want to be seen?
Anyway, either way. As long as it's demonstrated.
As long as it's demonstrated.
Dog, welcome to Popcorn and Cheese, dog. Yo, we've been dying to have
So the popcorn is real.
The popcorn is
come
real.
on.
Dudes,
It's not a
Antoine,
pro.
dudes.
No.
We're online.
Yes.
Whoa.
What flavor?
No,
Ngare-
it's a new flavor we're working on. It's a Mohodu flavor
Aromat.
popcorn.
It tastes the aromat. Sure, aromat today.
Dog, I can't believe we have you here because when Joe, every time I open Instagram, you are
Gone.
in fate.
Overseas.
In fate. It
How many-
could be anywhere.
How many passports do you have?
No, man. I think right now, just there's a Maxi passport. So Maxi passport, the LID page, it's a maybe.
Which one is this one?
That's another level. Eh?
Mar visa pe no it's visa have baby. It's not like was stamp every time.
Yeah, no, Lena Leona, but
Yeah, luckily
normal passport.
Yeah, with a visa, only visa.
Schengen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shanghai visa. Which one is this one?
Oh, wow.
You walked into there, I could tell. Schengen. Okay, what fair. But yeah.
Oh, you're explaining that the visa fills one page, like completely.
Yeah, so it's one
So
page and
obviously,
then sharp and
the
then
more
maybe the
visas-
stamp, sure.
Yeah.
But the stamp, so you have to put the stamps there. You have to tell them, man.
Space here.
Because it just means you're coming back home.
Hectic. What's the longest visa like you have?
The longest visa is my American visa.
American. American.
You've got that one. too.
Yeah.
How many years?
10 years.
Aich.
Yeah.
I'll give visitors. Or the picture, fella.
Oh man, dog.
Funny.
You all over the world performing, dog. Like you're killing it out there.
Thank you.
You know, like we're super fans here. We're super fans, and we're proud to be sitting here with you, dog, because we know how busy you are. Now, I just want to know, like, when you're out there, you know what I mean? And I'm asking on my behalf, on Robot's behalf. Performing at home is easy, right? Because people know your rhythm. The moment the audience goes, wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
already know it.
Okay, I get that man.
But when you get overseas, how does it work? It's almost like you have to teach them.
I like that more, to be quite honest, from a performer's perspective, because I actually enjoy performing. So it's better to teach people, like, to see them hot and about weedy, and at the end of the show, all their hands were up, they were jumping, they're sweating. Or, Pitori, it's a different feeling, you know. I like teaching, but obviously I love being home, you know. People, you know, the love that people show is always too much. But I don't know if you like one time, like vibe. Your whole life you're moving knowing or vibe. I had a good time. It's a different experience, man. I've seen people that I would have never expected, you know, at the end of the show, or sweat, as I expected coming from you. And I think that's another thing I'll give credit to Pitori for. Because go Pitori, Joe, performer, whether we know you or not, you have to be dope, you know, you have to be a good performer. So you kind of fall in love with the art of performing. It's its own thing, Joe. Performing art is its own thing. For sure, I easy learn as a comedian, you know, there's some crowds, but not here, I feel like, you know, and it's like, I love you guys as well, but I like the crowds that are listening as well, you know, the ones who are actually watching. Why cry that thing, man?
Yeah, you see, you know me, you.
Yeah,
Which show was this?
Every show I go to, people just laugh. You know, like, I can say, Mara, what's it?
Let me tell you a crazy story. I can tell you the whole and I tried to hold it in. I was like, it's king. I'm show.
Yeah.
You see, so, you know what it is, dog? It's being, you know, when you come in on stage, people expect you to be dope because they know you're dope, right? But overseas, you walk onto stage, there might be like 50 people or 100 people who know you. But there's another 900 who are like, who's this guy? So it's that feeling of like, it's not being underestimated. It's just people don't know you. So they get pleasantly surprised.
You get
when
to leave
you
an impression.
Don't. Yes.
Yeah.
So one time took it like that means we're related. That it is being underestimated to some extent, you know, because you can see some people and then
they look at you like, Kima.
Yeah, like a focus on my way. So that feeling for me,
So you know, it's exactly the same in comedy. It's in comedy. I remember when I was starting up, I'd get to like Parker's Comedy Club. Joe, sometimes Nignalu feet like a risky pass red, bogate black. Can't do the waiters at Parker's dress like that. So while you're standing there waiting to go and linger, I'm like, hey, excuse me, do you mind getting me a double?
Maybe get a haircut.
Yeah, well, Pom's haircut is giving 2 orange juices.
You had this haircut a long time, man. Even when from my way, it's the same guy.
Guys, it's consistency. This episode, we're talking about consistency. And
Consistency is key, dog.
Yeah.
yes, and that's why Focus here to teach us about consistency in the game.
We're focused on that hairstyle.
We are focused.
He's super focused on it.
Robot,
Yo. Hey, Murila Robot.
Next episode,
No, we did it for this episode.
Yeah, to show us the truth.
what's going on? Will you
5
join me?
seconds. What?
Fokaratsiba.
You're saying, yeah.
We know.
And no, the Chocoman, the cornrows, at least a hairline. Sjava Stevie Wonder.
No one on his team has told him about Stevie.
That guy has a ponytail for a hairline.
Guys, how are people overseas catching strays, guys? Multiply. Subtitle Untwembu.
I didn't see that one coming.
Which one
It was beyond the eyes.
Yo. Oh, no.
Lona le dipari, Lona king.
I know. It's a presidential joke. That's why.
Yo, I little objects. Bro,
When do they call you Maradona? Udlala ball.
yeah.
Ke
dog.
a no ke tlala ka banyana, ke tlala ka mafu, ke tlala ka letse
Hey,
different.
Banyana. Hey, Banyana. Hey.
We rala.
Where's Alang?
Rala.
Where's Alang?
Hey.
I get.
You used to play soccer though, no?
Yeah, I was actually very serious. Yo nigga rata apology. Just net way to rekile botse nnete. Azanka e bolela like in an interview I get tletse ball. Mara botsa nnete ne.
Height.
Never Jacobo linesman. He was the size of the
linesman.
He was the size of the corner flag. Maritati corner.
Man.
Acho.
Ropo karabe king. Dito mzena hadi nchaka.
Ne nigga la pisa bushiana. Ala pisa. Ashano tiviste ball one. Like mona to lebella ne.
Yeah.
Cause wait why itubela lebelle to relaxite. You at home. Washiana taman. 90 minutes papa. Tiviste ntongwe kana. Santo kore. We celebrate after. Aye, next. So kabona or next. You guys corner.
Hey, I didn't know Shiana.
And Oceana during the week, I want to come
By the time it's game day, no to shoot,
my
vamos.
bra. Wait, you know, I was those players that fetch it like their homes. Like, none of them let go high.
No le jabubuli.
Grand shot.
So,
So no let's start. Because they can't just fetch you.
No, they fetch you at
just
home
get
because Batsebo Kasiti.
yeah,
but
man, star, sure.
Yeah, but you have to be very good for them to fetch you. Because sometimes there's some players like he's not here at least.
It's fine.
But that's why he nicknamed himself
Donald.
Maradona.
He was singing for Malaika.
Donald did not tell us swallows.
Nezanga kana no la half. Donald, somebody there.
Donald!
Tell us swallows.
He was
Wow,
sitting
yeah.
on this chair and was giving us a story.
I thought it's because of the red mic. Swallow.
No, he got a red card and then...
got a red card.
And you took it to heart.
Donald taking charge.
Donald and Primo.
Primo Nadala swallows. Yeah, but Primo I know. Primo I know Nadala, yeah. Because Primo actually, we used to practice with him just before I quit. Hodala ball. That's a
crazy.
story, isn't it?
How did you quit, dog? Were you like, nangas chronoshia?
I was at Niti Jomola Negasantikale shy. Next time I was in it, I just started recording. Abo? I wanna move like a hustle and flow.
Yeah.
Took a higher my goalie one. Gonna go practice. I quit that way. Zanga one born after more.
Bob when the fellow look stage.
Yeah, can't do
And
that.
at what point of your recording did you realize, alright, I don't need that guy anymore?
Yeah. When did you realize?
So
what
let me
have
tell you
to
something about
yeah.
artists, ne?
Yeah.
We think we're dope before you ever hear it. But the first song, I'm already out. Like,
Standard.
I'm going. Yeah, when you're alone, you know. So I just knew I like it, man. I like speaking. I like being able to change people's emotions. A crazy thing that actually the day that I decided I'm gonna take music seriously, my sister, she's like one of my biggest like supporters right now.
Yeah.
I played her song, the first song, ne? Maybe that Dust My Supra, because Lil Wayne.
That's my super, the super of the shoe.
Yeah, I was like, hold on,
Hip-hop.
let me dust off my Supras. Then she set me down. She said, this thing sucks. And I said, I'm giddy. Oh. So that anger, because she said, I suck. I was like, I'm
drove
going
you,
hard.
fueled you.
Yeah. But she never like said that again. And I just, that thing that she said that day, when I dust my Supra, when I pay we took us gila, nigga, I talk toilet. Or when I'm roots on the phone. The only reason I...
Nigga just said it like it's nothing.
And you are the height who's on the phone. Like,
The pickpockets are...
there's no tall pickpocket, imagine.
Implicate, not so they'd put our phone in lockers. So I'd go back and steal my phone
Oh. Hey.
so that I can play my.
Okay.
Hey, I'm bored. I'm bored.
And I can see I got to make it. Listen,
You find my iPhone.
What phones? Both
Back
were they
then,
iPhones?
but my Motorola, so...
Really?
Nah, mola, yeah.
You had a
Wait,
Sony?
Hey, not 3310 Express Music, like Nokia Express Music, red and black.
The play buttons on the side.
Yeah, no, like Guitar Hero, da.
Oh,
Yeah. You come from my era.
God VLC, I'm a phone.
Yeah.
We theory,
Yeah.
Parsephone, got speaker, no, beats the speaker at the no diata. What's a speaker, sell Express Music.
But let's talk about those speakers. E250, I'm equalizer.
What? Well, yeah, E250 Express Music.
Come on.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. And the secret code.
bro.
The cheat code.
Yeah.
It was VLC back then. It was VLC. Just VLC.
Pure no secret
Nele
code.
mo phone, no way. Download that.
Secret code too.
On that King Samsung. Then you can just put a code and then you go inside the manufacturer's code.
What?
And then you can increase stuff. Like if they said volume can only go to 21 or 25. It messes up the phone, but you could do that.
Oh, let's go.
One Samsung in the whole village.
Really preacher the phone,
Hey, never preach
Yeah,
any phone.
but in a smart way, you know.
Let
You guys had
Tumelo
smartphones
preach.
before.
No, we made them smart. Those phones. We're not in this class, ne?
Yeah, we to be Anju.
I know your schoolmates.
1 year.
You were
Itu
dating 1
rating
year.
that, yeah, itu rating. Ergo buten ni tabo. So salam beta. Why did that never beta? Never to bully. So dimana bully and then before I'm bully and I tell us like, yo, where I come from, bro? Like you don't want to do this thing because if I call, hotly quantum we and then I'm gonna have to leave the school. But you guys feel monad. Dimana and maybe 2 months. Then there's a man that told me, I'm for 5 rand. Wait, did you list to big today? I'm for 5 rand. I go shop on Gomaragala, the noodles. Low shit. Grocery
Got 5 rand.
And I'm in grade 8. So I'm like, hey, this guy must be really sick. So I went ka 5 rand to Kababuta Kabaika Bemo. Like, hey,
Onyaka.
yeah, Onyaka.
So.
Jokili grade 8. Man. When I got there, this lady shocked. Like, I got 5 rand. Who say it's obvious. When I get back, then Bruce said I can't sleep in my dorm room. So now it's time to make the call. A phone. Hot lady quantum trading. So that's why I say CFY motivate. CFY Haramba Town. So that was my uncle's taxis. Hot lady taxi was my 15 papa. Hey, it's all man. So from more like a king as a class. When I get nalama metriki, top floor and so ever ring. Epi. Baba eating bait. But epi. But it's a maligning. And then I get like a chest.
Yo, vele yizo.
Son of Papa. What was
So
your
that's
name
why I
back
had to
then?
leave there. Da. And then I went to chipmunk.
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 Is it the voice or what?
Was it the gangster? What was the name?
Now I got easy. Pretty nice. No, what's one? I'm still angry. You know when you're angry at a place. Chipmunk, la bully. Ay. Wait, ay. Okay.
No, dog.
The
The thing is, I could see that you're still angry, né? But when you said it, like, yo, that's crazy, bro. But what is your biggest highlight of school?
Yeah. So, because
Even then, they used to make me freestyle at Settlers. Like a lot of people would like Kalanchi, Dina, never thought freestyle. Now I went on a line when I had WHP, I knew that verse. So Negi told about on the internet.
oh, you.
Jama man, you're like, I'm
You know why I do that?
That's crazy.
Because now goes Kela, but Jita never said to the mix. So they get like a mix. I can't.
I can't. That's crazy. And back then, people just used to believe everything.
Yeah, oh, this is
probably
fire.
'cause
Who's loudest?
And the radio ads, you didn't take them out.
Oh.
I got five.
Radio.
During the mix, there were
Which
radio
one is this
ads.
one? Radio ads play on radio.
On
He
radio.
had the mix on himself.
Oh.
Are we really going to?
Oh. No, but I'm
'Cause it was
saying
house.
the one you would have taken it off radio.
No.
Which one is this one?
I always thought I thought you planned this thing.
No, wait, Bonnet. What Bonnet? In the flesh, though. During get the exposer, hey, make a button the mix second. And then the radio ads, no and now what is shy. Town talk, discount furnitures.
Dog, I'm glad you mentioned that. You thought he was like he planned the stuff. Now that you know that it's real, dog. Where do you get the time to watch the podcast, bro?
You're everywhere, bro. Like you make time for things you like. I think watching podcasts for me is therapeutic because, like, you can't always think you know everything, right? So podcasts tell you about people's backgrounds, their stories, and you find, like, for example, I would have never believed Durtiti like Hadibi until that moment.
So one moment confirmed it for you. One moment.
Which one is this one?
So no Jabon or no man.
10 episodes
Deja vu. Deja vu. I bet that felt like deja vu, man.
Okay, I
Danger
strike
foods.
one. Strike one.
Danger foods.
Okay, let's give him 3 strikes.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp.
That's
Get
strike
one.
one.
Get one.
That's
Yeah.
strike
Yeah,
one.
get the ball. And nagel ball.
No, because no man.
You want what? 2. Dog, we need a like secret cam on
We do.
so people can understand.
Someone in the comments said he must come wave like every now and then or just show face.
No, but I was gonna say now and that you those people that you are angry at, trust me, they talk because those are the people that told me. You know, if someone says, I didn't even know you went to Settlers for 1 year. I thought you went like your whole high school career. So they know that you went there because they're still saying today, like it's about Foca.
Dog, I was so angry I forgot like that whole thing. You know, when you're so angry, like I forgot. Look, it's in a Settlers.
But dog, you know, you were mentioning something now about the fact that you learn something new whenever you watch podcasts and stuff. So for me, I want to know, because you just mentioned now, that's where you started like freestyling or scale or whatnot. When did this hip-hop thing start out, and what was your vision for hip-hop back then versus what it turned out to be now?
Hip-hop for me started like my first ever CD. I won like CD and I got and like my dad, rest in peace, was like a big music lover. Like Julie no the CD, the tab one go hide that.
Yeah.
And so Naruto has good like music. And then I'm better I got nearly DMX. You know? So Hanta Betate, you know, Mama Zala wala. Hey, wait, I remember my mom showing him her 18. But for him, it was just music, right? And then I grew older, and then I think Nigele grade. Oh yeah, grade 5. So that's why I started dropping a Nigele buff. So I got the gold, which means I was number 1 in my grade. So I needed to choose a gift. Then I went to music. But I was music.
Music, but they don't know it exists.
Yeah.
Spiwe.
Spiwe. Now
Your videographer.
Music.
I was YouTube.
Banana festival.
Music. What color was the musical logo?
Okay, sure, I eat you.
Black.
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 I mean, it was the color of this guy's shirt.
That's Sims I eat music. I give it 2000.
Yeah, I give it 2000. But ba khutsing ba na le Wi-Fi wa bona.
Yeah, one more. DSTV. You know that game.
The biggest struggle is mental health.
Which one is this one?
3. No, now you have to come apologize. I gotta say 3. Actually, I have 3. You have to say sorry, guys. Sorry. But yeah, music. And then I bought TI. You know TI vs TIP.
CTIP.
Oh
Yeah. Then I got TI vs TIP. I listened to it top to bottom.
From back. Is it the one that had that song?
Do it.
Yeah,
So obvious no guys see Joe.
covers.
We do more Java or Fisa, so it's like fano half hour. I got rapper. And then I kept playing it. And then I got into Lil Wayne.
Standard.
Then after Lil Wayne, obviously you're a kid, so Lil Wayne's dad passed away. Then my dad passed away. I was like, I even relate to Lil Wayne. You know, so it started becoming, that's how your brain works.
You related more.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to make music my diary and speak about like what's actually happening in my life. And like a crazy thing is me and my dad was a journalist, right? A political journalist. So I was like, I want to be a journalist, but I don't want to be political like I wanna be.
Tell stories
Ya
through your
strata,
music.
you know. So it's just crazy how it panned out. That obviously I go Amapiano, and what actually turned me off about hip hop was how
That's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, because you're the president now.
Yeah, literally. You're carrying on your dad's legacy
100%.
in a new age way.
100%.
Yeah, carry on, my dog.
Yeah, Marfonage. That's what turned me off from hip hop, you know. I just always wanted to tell my story. And I felt like at the time, hip hop like not hip
what
hop
way, dog?
as in Batu or
culture.
the community. No, not even the culture, dog. I'm still in the culture. What do you mean?
I mean, like the hip hop culture at the time wasn't
Sonics.
opening.
The Sonics. So sonically, I feel like I can't sound like who I actually am on hip hop. Well, at the time, you see, now I figured out a way to do it.
Oh, it's like the starter pack, man. The hip hop starter pack. You have to look like this, sound like this.
Yeah, but
act
my
like
hip hop
this.
bakali jorbolele nababalela maka except for Pro Kid, the WHP. Nababalela maka. So I never liked that, you know.
You wanted to tell your true story, not cap.
Yeah, I don't have to cap. Like I don't have to lie. Like
I relate to everything you're saying. I understand what you're saying because it felt like the early hip hop guys were sort of taking a map of what hip hop was overseas and trying to redo it here.
Yeah.
You know, and even it's like my gripe with reality shows today. You watch a reality show, you go, I know this person, they don't drive that car.
Yes.
I know this person, they don't live at that house.
Yeah.
You know,
but that's social media and what also happened.
But that's what
going
hip hop
forward.
was doing early on, right?
Nah.
Whereas now it's you guys, especially in the piano community, it's not about bragging. It's not about I have this and I do that. It's about relatability. You know what I mean?
Yes. Being true.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it's relatable stuff. You know what I mean? They could have said Jaku.
Yeah, they could have said jacuzzi. Hip hop was probably going to say jacuzzi.
You know what?
How about to?
There's
Which
no
one is
need
this
to
one?
lie. You know what I mean? But I hear you. It's a relatability thing and a sound thing. Because
Yeah, also the Sonics. I feel like for me, before even Amapiano, if you listen to like the other music I made, Negaratam Zongongo, big shout out to Makwa. You know, I'd always be at the studio. I always liked something that felt like me. You know, and people always say like, I gotta know half. Because wait, you sound it, I always knew that it could take over the world because of how authentic it was. You know, I listened to a lot of music and dog, South Africa might just be the best place for music.
Hands
You
down.
know what I mean? Like, hands down. Anywhere. But everywhere you travel, the music is pop. You know, but when you hear, you know, we have Angu, Zongongo, like the sounds are crazy. And then Snow Deep introduced me to Amapiano. Shout out to Snow Deep.
They never since.
ever since.
It feels so like, Mojava, you know?
Yeah.
Mojava, like really for me, Mojava was number one. Casablanca.
That's not Mojava.
That's not Mojava.
We're singing Casablanca.
No.
Yeah,
Mojava
man,
ke gona maro sai.
The WhatsApp group.
But that was his sound that he created. Am I not mistaken?
Yeah, no, 100%. At the time, Mojava age. When I was on Mojava, I say it's illegal. Commenting but
That was a good regime.
Shout out.
Oh, you redeemed yourself. for the next.
-1.
Are we back in the cut?
You're two. You're two.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
two. You're two.
Sorry, I was
But it's a
dope.
minus one.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that was dope.
How old were you when that thing dropped?
I was in grade 7, grade 6, grade
Nah.
7 there, yeah.
How do we still remember that? You see the impact. So that's why for me, I always believed in like Pitori and Kasi, music wako Kasi, because what the hell? How do we still remember that?
Do you know, I think you might be right. South Africa might be the best place to do art because it's like everything in the same time. Like when you can grow up like that, I grew up like that, but we can relate way after this whole thing has happened. You've traveled the world, you know, Nakile da.
Dale dake guy. Dale dake guy.
Obatseni guy.
I've been to a couple of countries, Belgium, America, Zambia, you know.
Nothing wrong with Zambia. Why is it
Zambia?
Zambia is so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Zion,
around, man. And I'm still gonna go around. So.
My dog.
Shapa.
Yeah, man, because all of us have like international accolades. And that's why I was asking folk in the beginning, how different is it performing overseas? You know, and he was saying, it's dope because you get to teach the audience something new. You know what I mean? You get to put them onto your vibe.
Your vibe.
Right? And one of the people who was actually the pioneers, it's funny you mentioned, when you heard the sound, you were like, we can go all over the world with this sound. Sjava was mad international. Mad international. You know?
To this day, I actually got like the privilege to meet Sjava, I think at 2019.
Yeah?
Crazy.
And like the stories he has to tell about being around the world, man.
What knowledge did he drop?
Just sound no, I'm eating with you. Sound no, popo. I ran at it. But just, you know, his stories of traveling back then, you know, and him saying he says he felt like, he always felt like he stuck out. You know, because everyone would come and rap. And then when he would obviously rap over those beats, he would win the crowd because and how does this, you know, melodically link so well? And for me, that's the confidence I've always taken, you know, to this day. I always say my confidence comes from the fact that, you know, I saw Sjava, I'm going to like stagate.
Yes.
They wanted 325 Sjava, and if it's a black, drop top, I just paddle. I'll never ever in my life get that.
You'll never get that image out of your head.
Yeah, I've seen Joe. Maybe like Mike Tyson, that moment for me, it said, yo, it's possible, dog. 325, drop top, Avatar's Gubu, hey. And another one, Mashoban. Want me to Mashoban?
Yeah.
Just trata sa kana di bua cho. Mashoban ke la thawa ya bona Mini Cooper. First time Mini Cooper di itlane.
Yeah.
A better convoy di Mini Cooper. A bea trailer le namara litsi Mashoban. Tamana bea convoy ya trailer ne mo trailing a beile a yacht. One the yacht. It's
Focalisi.
Whoa,
the yacht is him.
Yeah, I could convoy the Mini Cooper of it di reka. But 6 people know the story. But 6 Jody after the Mini Cooper. Mama haring ke Mashobane ke yate ka trailer. I mo medzing. There's a party there on this yacht.
Ah,
he's wearing 2 Rolexes.
On the road.
Thank you. He's going street to street, strata to strata. What advertiser? Kasia guy. Tango.
No way.
Kasia how you related?
Never.
Abasoka ba wena jet ski.
There's no roads. I grew up, there was no roads.
So where did your granddad teach people how to drive?
Off-road, dog.
Off-road. Oh, Katazi. Off-road.
There's off-road license.
Which one is this one?
They built the roads while, like, they
You
built
was
the roads
teaching.
when I was a child.
Not wild. Wild.
Sometimes we'd go to the mountains to drive fields, you know, where
Is
cars
that where you
can
taught
move.
the steep?
So dingo si di dlala diesel jamala gao klacha.
Literally, what stop.
Marwar Judah. So you computer right now with this tipi fella. Parallel parking.
I get it, the
Stop
mountain.
sign.
I've asked him, I've never in my life stalled.
When? Because with this tipi fella. So we to drive.
Amar plus little chakwita. Simple. We shapa gambonzi. Dedelek.
-1 at least. Got about lata tata.
Back to one.
So back to what?
Yeah, one at least.
Okay, back to what? Foca, your best moment of being overseas.
Crazy. I think I would say there's 2, ne? Number 1, I'd say meeting, like, there's a guy I grew up with, and then Salati Mela. So Salati Mela, like, he was no longer in the hood.
Tabo
Then-
best. I can never walk on my shwaban, so maybe Tabo. Maybe Tabo le na luko ka sing. Twana cha boya ne.
Hook me up, G4S.
Lady die.
Guys, best and the president can't be, well, they, okay. guys. President Castrata, guys. Always alarm. Guys.
Hey, Robert, you're not a good man, eh?
Hey, not a good man. Yes, Mutuna Nyamalete had my
Yeah, you know. And it was nice linking up again, you know, childhood memories in London. And I was performing.
That's a flex.
And then part 2, I think, is the same night, you know, performing in front of 20,000 people, O2 Arena. It was crazy, you know. Like what's over, but like when you hop on, like everything. Actually, get ready because Portugal now, like this year, was crazy. Like I'm about to upload, you know, I do these mini vlogs, docuseries, just to kind of put people in it.
Yeah.
I think people will understand. Like for me, that was like my best performance, especially being in Portugal and seeing people react like that, you know. Like
we Portugal were hectic.
It was crazy. We did like 45 minutes, you know, and we were meant to do 20. But like the way people just kept going, the energy was on another vibe. So
And
those are my top 3.
when you go overseas, they don't say, you don't do South African shows. You do shows that are like the people from there come to check you out. Not like, like you go, like, you know, I went to Thailand and do South Africans only. When you get there, you just say, ish. They're like, yes! You know, so like...
I think you show, not better show, like let's say Karohana, Gastuana, for example, Kaiti family show. No one will understand what I just said. You know, so I guess that's the beauty of it, like seeing people kind of learning about the culture. But also the South African shows are as important as well, because don't forget, these are like people who
experts, and
they support.
Yeah. Never mind just supporting, you
But
know.
they also want to feel a bit of something of home.
Yeah, some people can't come back. And I think that's the major thing about what we're doing is we need to learn how to push the culture as a whole, you know, not focus on a certain market. I think people are trying to focus on a certain but that's not how you push culture. That's not how you make people buy into a country. You know, it's everything, bro. From the clothes, the food. You know, for example, if I'm in Washington and I hear Honale Mamru like I'm the first to go there, you know, because for me it's like if I support your business and you get, you know, 20 more people, 30 more, 50, however, you know, that come to this business, I'm winning as well, because if we can sell the culture as a whole, for example, like why is there no Bryce when we're around, you know, like all around the world? I want Bryce, I want Galaxy Boy embedded to be there, I want Mohodu, I want Pop, and that's where the Nigerians are smart in that, you know, the culture is holistic. You're finding Jollof wherever you go in the world. You are finding Nigerian regalia wherever you go in the world, and you're finding a community wherever you go. So I think for me,
like how the Chinese penetrate
100%.
Chinatown everywhere, food everywhere.
So for me, that's a responsibility we have as artists, and it's crazy that you asked that because you took me into another serious conversation that I wanted. But yeah, the culture is holistic, Joe. So like yes, music ufihlile. What about Mohodu, bro? Travel like Mohodu kamara bege.
Ndakana go play ni hong. Lo
So
briga halfway. Lo yema go Congo, but listen, there's a smell. We think something died in the basement.
It's the first fly in a
checking
bowl.
it out. Just checking it out. Something died in the basement.
Kevin, please stand by for landing.
Nah, but I hear you completely.
Everything has to go. The comedians, you know, everything. Because at the end of the day, when I'm on that stage, I don't feel like FOCALISTIC. I feel like I'm representing South Africa. You know, it feels like, hey, so that's why we go so hard, you know. So I also feel like everyone must come.
That mindset is, sure, big balls. Big balls. What are you that mindset, dog, and just that type of thinking, was it something that are these conversations you've had with Davido and also Davido, rather? And are these some of the things you've noticed and learned from him with your time that you spent?
Yeah, I think it's more even unspoken. You know, you can see. So I'll tell you a crazy thing. We're shooting Champion Sound in the middle of London, right?
Yeah.
And Davido's breakfast was jollof. And
Breakfast?
that's where breakfast. Like kifuru, sakera, isirkeri, wantar, and he had jollof. And he gave it some more and jabula shule. I wanna Mohodu, Papa. I wanna say, there's no one you can call and say you're gonna figure out Mohodu. It can take up to 3 working days. for Mohodu.
They have to find a cow.
You know, so some things.
And not just any cow, one willing to die.
Otherwise, it's about nothing na Mohodu, Papa. Ontebele pila.
That's what
Ontebele pila. So yeah, most things you learn from just watching, you know, like.
Yeah.
I really want everyone to be able to travel the world. And I think traveling the world is one of the best educations anyone can get.
Yes, sir.
So imagine we work so hard on this traveling the world, we get to bigger stages, we make sure all the clothes get onto that level. Everything is span. Imagine what as a nation, that's why I say like artists, comedians need diplomatic passports, you know, because we're representing the country. Mandela South Africa. Now they have Amapiano, they have DJ Maposa, they have Scorpion Kings, they have Kabza, they have Kamompela,
Trevor Noah,
Vigro Deep, Tusombedu, Wanzara, Titi, Turmeric the Barbarian.
Which one is this one?
But yeah, we're nearly there, dog. I think everyone is doing a very wonderful job at doing it.
Yo, bro, just on the artist chat, right? And this is something hectic I want to ask you, bro. You know, I love the kind of camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie. Hey?
That's why you get to settlers, camaraderie.
Yeah.
Camaraderie. I love this camaraderie mindset that you got, né? But the one thing I want to ask you about, dog, is our artists, especially in the music game, dog. We always hear about guys being dribbled. Till this day, you hear stories about these big artists who they got dribbled by a record label. Mang didn't sign this, so they don't own their music. How have you avoided that, or have you been a victim of that? No, nothing. In the 18 area.
Just won't make noise about it.
And then lastly, on that question, how would you advise the Cheese Gang watching to avoid such things early on in their career? So let's start from the top.
Let's start from the top. Yeah. How have I avoided?
How did you get dribbled?
We cancel that one.
Oh, how did I get dribbled? Man, you know, sometimes it's you, man. Like, you know, dog, if you don't understand the game, it has to make you pay school fees to understand.
But dog, as a new artist, you don't understand the game. You just want to get
school fees, just make sure your school fees is the lowest to get it. It's just people always try to make this game seem like it's flowers and roses and the clouds. Like, dog, if you at the studio or a studio time I have to
you have
gain
more
something.
Percentages in
in general, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Just always make sure it's a one single deal, one project deal, so that you don't have to go and fight the person on social media or whatever, you know? Just be open about that, especially one single, one project, one music video, because people don't even speak about that part. Choka patezi music video, on kawata, no, maybe get patezi, agiti music video, guys.
100, 200,000.
100,000, for example, maybe 100,000, kufila 100,000, 100,000, so you have to think like, oh no, demand or investor. So demand investor, let us conclude more. Then I don't have to fight you. But now, if I stay in your studio 6 months, I have to eat, I have to live. Drip. So that man will invest at the end of the day. So always be careful of that. And question now, part 2, nailing.
So part 2 was like, so has this ever happened to you? And as an artist, how do you avoid it happening to you? Like,
to be quite honest,
you come in with these eyes thinking, it's all. If I just get a first hit, I'm gonna make millions. So how do you avoid that? How do you own yourself? Most artists don't own themselves in this game.
Do you own yourself?
It's obvious too.
I know about my 5 now, so one of them maybe an owner.
Which one is this one?
Diamond earrings
President to some of the ministers.
Oh, okay.
Which one is this one?
Joe. But I don't think mine was that bad, because I graduated, I had more time to figure out music.
Yeah.
So while I was in school, I remember my other friend Kevin. Big shout out to Kevin. Like the money.
Fuck,
You're shouting him out.
No, so why do all your niggas disappear, dog?
Yeah, mara.
But you fuck how fella ba disappear. Hola la uthake ngwe jo.
Ohlakana le yena Afghanistan.
I hope not.
Was Kevin Caucasian or black dude?
Jorgele with black. Jorgele with stories of Kevin. Kevin. Kevin Kinchaka, like wherever he is, is like first and a third. Man, last time came more highwaying. Like I kid you not. He said, drop me off here. Where
was he going?
And around there on a century. Also driving, no driver sister lago. Lena wa itse sister lago tla le botsa story se le. Kare echo beno ngora byangi. Beno ko obvious ko le ya tsama. Ne, right here. I tomo benga there. Right here. Hey, man. Ermo drop a malare man. Y'all can leave. The man delete Twitter, delete Instagram. And then I saw his little brother. I'm like, dog, where's your brother? He's like, dog, he's at the homes, he's relaxing. Never saw him ever again, But I think what happened with Kevin, music and like I think artists are like, we get in our brains, right? So like I can go so hard at something that I don't see that the passion is being lost around me. Don't you go through that? Like I don't see that you don't want to do this anymore. So I become a burden instead of the helper that I used to be at first when you had the same passion. So I think for him it was
like a change of
every day what a quarter, every day I don't want to do this anymore. But he didn't know how to tell me without Angu's spirit. So he wanted to just leave and disappear maybe into.
Questa told us a similar story about his dude that he used to roll with. That one day he just literally said, "Is like I'm enough."
And music also, we also like music is not a fun sport, right? Because you must stay up, wake up for the interview, shoot the music video, go perform, smile every day.
Yes.
So it's not made for everyone, man. Sometimes
people get into it with the mentality of it's going to be like
right.
So what advice do you have for the cheese gang that's out there, dog? Because all these kids are looking up to you, they're looking up to Robot, and they're like, I want to do this thing too. So how would you advise them early on to protect themselves, to protect their art, and to make sure they've got longevity in the game? Because some of the guys that have been dribbled in this game, they're no longer there, Joe, and it's sad.
Be Maradona.
Be Maradona.
Don't get kadala.
I know that. Don't get tackled. Be Maradona.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like, if you don't do it when no one is watching, just leave it, man.
Hey, oppressive party, nagnanda way.
I remember.
That's such a bar.
And authentic. You remember the authentic days?
Yeah, authentic Sundays.
And, this was before. Like, I remember there was every time you go to authentic Sunday, there's this guy that comes and rap at TV. And I remember there was a friend of mine, Tabo, and he's like, this guy's gonna be a star one day. After we've seen you probably like the 4th time, they just Foca would like come and like rap. And also for authentic, so much stuff is happening that you're not focused on the stage if it's not someone you know.
Yeah.
So like he'd rap, and then after this, and he became a star. Then we're like, yo, amazing.
Dog, when did it click that you're a star? That you're like famous? Like when was the moment where
you're like,
the penny dropped?
Now I'm there.
I don't think it's clicked, if I'm being quite honest. I went yesterday. So yesterday we couldn't do 2 shows, right? And that's because when we got to the venue, they can't let you perform. These people, like there's like 4 bouncers on the same stage, and these people are like jumping over the bouncers. So I bounce out to jump, and like it's like this venue. I used to chill here, man. Like I used to go there with DJ Venom. Venom na rata strata.
Still.
So ketana mentality ola. Ketana mentality ola. Jogi skibele Mocheni. Big shout out to Mocheni. If you're from Pitori, make sure you check out Mocheni and Jaga. is another president. Oh, Pitori to president. So I'm with Muchin. We enter the venue.
Yeah.
And obviously it's a crowd, so you think the bouncers have it under control. My brother, I did 2 songs. I could not believe it. So for me, it's like, oh, so you guys see me like that? Like, yo,
Michael
okay.
Jackson.
So maybe I must, like, we're speaking about it, like, maybe, okay, Strata Nation address, 16 September is actually the wave that we have to start doing it on, make sure that ke capacity ya batho ba bantši, because it's tough, man, to do a show. Like especially or Ozame or Oira Soweto. So like people, I see about
Dog, they can't believe they're seeing you.
yeah, no, but I understand that, and I guess it's also because they've also seen like how you like Omoto. And I've seen like a lot of like people like you become a big star, but people don't do that. But it's because for them it's like, that's the energy I get from my fans.
That's the love. Also.
Yeah, that's the energy I get. It's like I'm trying to show you. You
Some of
acting
them
like
didn't
but
clean
not
their
in-
breath,
Yeah.
No, that's
Clean the
Which one is this one? 2.
So but star. Like
Which one is this one?
Mama siapa ka portol?
Why is the video like chiki?
Ntwanele that was crying, dog. There was a kid that was crying at your bars, dog. Allah, he couldn't believe he was seeing you.
He's got a tattoo of my face on his back.
Dog, what did that do? Like, what did that say to you when you saw that? A dude crying.
That should have said you're gone.
And he's
I
got
think for me, it's like,
got a
it's
tattoo
never
of
been
you.
about that. That's why I said, like, if you don't do it when no one is watching, like, just stop it. So I do it when no one is. For me, this is my natural thing. Like, I always tell people I don't have a plan B. Like, I need to, like, this is what I want to do my whole life. That's why I respect it like that and I love it. Like, this is not a fake thing I'm putting up. Like, I love this thing. If anyone will tell you, my friends, or where you going to find me, it's studio. So those moments are still surreal. It's like, oh, you question, like, and then you're looking at the tattoo, it's like, yo. So there's another tattoo artist just yesterday sent me this girl and her boyfriend, Babetile.
both but
Same place.
Oh, yeah. Now that that idea is out there, the cheese couple, please get the cheese and get popcorn.
I think the tattoo thing is just.
Yo.
Now they're asking questions. Let's speak Kiman. No,
No, the tattoo one is, I also have a tattoo story.
It's
you were
scary,
saying-
bro, because
Yes,
like
you
you're
said, why
committing
is
your
scary?
life.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Different
like-
time.
Yeah, you're committing your life to a human being, At the end of the day, I'm still a human being. And that's why the music is that shocking. The shock value comes from everything I'm saying is shocking you because Kemoto. That's why you relate, right? So you're getting a tattoo of a human being. And I have my own flaws, As much as we don't like advertising them, it's not like, but I do have them. So when I go back, when I sleep, I also pray for like wisdom. To like not make those same mistakes, especially for people who have those tattoos and people who really believe, because you realize there's just much more at stake. But at the end of the day, but
That tattoo is a lifetime commitment, and you just said now there's no plan B. This is what you want to do for
no,
the rest of your
100%. I
life.
think for me, it's like even with Babestar, so that's his name. Big shout out to Babestar. Like I took him in, He's my G. Like you'll see me at shows with him as well. Just so he understands that this brand is a human being. As much as you connected with it like that, like you put a tattoo on it. And actually, I mess with you as well. So whatever you're trying to do, I'm here to support as well.
Speaking of supporting also, you've put so much support behind MJ, Chico, Bobby Cooper with the league.
Yeah.
And I remember having a conversation with you on the paper music video.
Yeah.
And like you were speaking about how you're always willing to help people, but it's when you have the capacity to that you will. So how did that all come about?
Pitori Super League, Joe. It's been my dream, Negelego, we stayed in Atlanta for 2 months and I think in LA for like 4 months. And I would like look at social media pages and I'm like, there's no unity in Pitori. For me, it felt like that's crazy because I grew up Mononaldi gang on Twar.
Yeah.
Like, for example, did you know Waiti Pinela Kurubele? Waiti?
Iwapelo.
Kurubele. Kurubele. Ah, come on. When I'm on I when I do.
Kurubele.
Which one is this one?
Kurubele.
But anyway, my point is that
Kurubele, kurubele.
Yes. Urubetsile man.
Itotsi. Kurubele man.
I can't know. Like,
are we just say Rurubele?
Man, no man.
No,
I know
Tina says
the song. I know the
Korobela.
song.
Aye, batlala botsa go di comments and get she and then I get some
Yeah, no, okay, so tell us what you say.
and then I get like that song was also a group from Pretoria. They were called the Attridgeville Happy Boys. But obviously, only beyond that, let's start again. So for me, Pitori has always been about that. Like, honale squad. After Vesela Revetileng Pitori, after Majav, what happens? Honale Damana, can I afford to buy a can and army, but it's always been about unity. So my aim was like, when I land, I want to put everyone in my studio and everyone has to make music with everyone. And I didn't know it would end up being like Pitori Super League. And like, when you look at our music videos, they all link, from Sjava, Tabela Happen, Bobby Cooper's Vahebiki, Chigo's Pele Pele, all our videos link. And, it's just been an amazing journey to be able to do that, MJ Lena, he's in all the songs. MJ's super talented. Big shout out to MJ. So it's like,
is hard.
yeah, the catalog is crazy. So it's like, we've managed to show people what unity can do, and obviously the slogan is simple: collaboration over competition.
Bari collaboration over competition. That's why we collaboratile le 2050 event suppliers, because babata khubona gore dula hamonate haredutsi le batho ba important so the president tsa strata 2050 event suppliers batla go dulisa hamonate.
And speaking of that, competition is not what you see if you're looking at people through the eye of hate. Yeah, beyond the eye, we do not hate, but we love you. That is
Which one is this one?
Back to you, Mpopops.
All right, in the studio, Ridutile Foka, Mamela,
Welele.
16th of September. You're talking about the Super League, dog. Like, you're talking about all the people that have come together to make this Pitori Super League. Where's the 16th of September?
Choyoba movie. Chomar before fitla da Kenya go balela ka di sponsor tsaka. Ke itse gore lo betha Nike. Tila Adidas marka choko le bile tafola. A kitse why? Cause sense le bontshe
Arbon.
Beyond the eye, everything is...
tsedite exclusive.
It's a
It's a name.
Adidas.
Dina level underwater, so.
Yeah, drip.
Or the drip.
Drip. Yeah, drip.
It's giving...
And it's got 30 on it.
It's giving
your
HTH
age?
3000s.
What's the significance of the
Bafana ba
30?
Nike la tella.
It's the
Yeah.
HTH
Where the
3000.
cleaner pool?
Blue 52 ones.
Bafana ba Nike la tella.
After Moses walked on the water, he put his hand in it.
But if it's the under the sea.
Which one is this one?
I will meet you at the river. I will meet you at the river. Zokuthola drown emanzini. Sithanda sam.
O kgona ho swim man.
Yeah, zanga kazama.
Which one is this one?
I'd say he's at that age.
So Dubai, Washington.
Jet ski. Azanga kayizama ntosho.
On top.
That's so honest. Azanka guys. No, those are proper dog. What's the 34? Is the significance on the 30?
Yeah, 30 years of pacing. I get what you touch. I get it. Yeah, but get Adidas and they can push a way to get the money. Come over with a Nike, Mara. Take a hike.
Okay. Which one is this one?
But shout out. They dope.
Okay,
They
they dope.
That's what we appreciate on the show.
We appreciate.
But yeah,
Adidas
Adidas
we
is...
always correct.
Aye, lazama.
Nali distract.
Ogare hawe afunyana mara.
Mana.
Boy, 16 September, ito what
Dog, or 16 September is a movie. Like,
yeah, it's actually one of those things we were speaking about, just being able to give back, with the show that people have, supported the catalog this far. So I want them to be able to see it in real time
And experience it
on stage,
live.
experience it for real. I think this is one of the craziest stages I've been on myself, having been performed around the world. The stage we're building, the way we,
where are you building the stage?
Botanical Gardens, Harampa Pitori.
Yeah.
It's going to be a crazy one. So just that whole performance, 2 hours of me on stage, But before that, we're having a Pitori fun day. I want to make sure it's one of those things to remember. If you remember, Pitori, Pitori show. So it's that vibe. I want everyone family, pull up, relax, watch. Like the people that are coming are, they headliners themselves, at the show. So the lineup is dropping soon. I don't want to really, mess up the surprise.
surprise.
But at the end of the day, I think the main thing is the show. Being able to present the catalog, and I think that's a very important thing.
Yeah.
But while supporting the peanuts 19 to wait, Sentini, Kesta, all the way to now Kikeleza, but it's like. They need to understand what I was presenting, and that's going to be that on stage, that journey is going to be crazy. For me, I'm already getting goosebumps just speaking about it.
me
Some
too.
people
Dog, I can already see it because, yes, you're putting it as it's 2 hours of you. But I can already see it without you telling us who's on. I can see you performing a certain song and having a certain person or group or type of dance or like some sort of nostalgic moment that brings us back to that moment. So yes, it's you, but there's so many switch ups in that 2 hours.
100%. And I think that's for me, that's what was missing, That's why I stopped even the traveling to say, let me come back home because I want to do this for, for my people. I want something that is tangible for a kid who's in Harangu in high school. You must say, you know what? Diman, Otla from Sonastratas,
And he did something.
Yeah, and he did something for us, and it was for Gary Natiteng.
Do you think it's important as artists to stay true to home? Because some artists become international like you are right now. And then they sort of, it's not that they forget about home. They focus more on, let me do those bookings because they pay more. They pay in dollars, they pay in pounds, they pay in euros. And then sometimes there's a disconnect. Do you feel like it's important to always come back home and give back and perform?
Yeah, it's important, man, because you can't run this race alone. Like, Naju, there's going to be a time where obviously people don't want to imagine it, but I'm no longer here, But I want people to always remember what I did. Mara se no, Joe. Modimo boletse. Naju, I said,
Mang,
Love for agree says the time is not gonna be here.
it's gonna be like
Braga. Ke sa ilo bateng, it's just
It's gonna be so sad.
The
The box is tshwere ke motho e wa. Ke yo ntwana ka I.
after TSF VIP.
Joke nyaka after tears ya ke be le hologram ya.
Tupac.
Oh, until that huira la. Lilela.
Nna ba le pokela if I jive go after tears ya ka. Go bo bro. Go bo.
Oh man.
But it's so interesting how holistic you think about everything. Like it's not
The
even
industry,
just,
the game, the
it's-
art.
Yeah, if you listen carefully, you can feel how complete the thought process is.
Yeah.
it-
Dog, whenever you speak, there's no, sorry to cut you, there's no me. Whenever you speak, it's always us, the industry, the game,
The culture,
music,
South Africa.
Thank you.
That's why he's the president, guys.
Exactly. Come on. Feleleta, Titi, feleleta.
No, basically that's what I'm saying. But it's inspiring to hear like young leaders. Actually, I hate saying the word young leaders because it makes me feel old. But
Seasonal date.
young leaders. It's inspiring to hear young leaders talk about things like that because a lot of like people they push you towards being selfish,
Yeah.
and then and then they judge you for being selfish.
Yeah.
So it's so weird. It's not weird, but it's so wholesome to hear somebody talk about the holistic picture. Because when you create art, if you don't think about where you come from and where you're trying to go, what you're gonna create will not take you there at all.
100%.
I know.
bars.
-1. Cam guy.
I will feel.
-1. Dog, so 16 September, Botanical Gardens, Pretoria is going down. Where can people get their tickets for that?
Web tickets or Amara Pick and Pay on Twitter.
Yeah.
Amara Pick and Pay, there's web ticket stalls in there. Make sure you get your tickets. I promise you, whether Omozulu, Tswana, or Omo vendor.
And I heard you say family, so the whole family can.
Yeah, for
the
real. Yo, I told my mom like she should cancel out that whole day. So
Yeah.
you can get to meet my mom. I hope she sees this
that's
and she
dope.
knows that I use her as a ticket for people to buy tickets. You can get to use my, meet my mom. Maybe she might share some wisdom. Who knows? But I'm gonna be there the whole day as well. I just want people to understand what it really is about. As much as we've done and we're still gonna do like all this crazy international stuff. At the end of the day, we're family. When you come from one country, we're family and we're helping each other grow. And for me, it feels like this is that moment, helping the game grow in that, showing people that, okay, once you have the catalog, or even if you don't, man, just give people a show of their lives, man. And that's what we've been doing, Buga, everywhere else, but let's center it and make sure this is a timeline. I want that thing to be like, I want a Pinela location. Even that thing, 2023, so the 16th of September, go Botanical Garden, right, swalla that day. Let me put this up, right, swalla country.
Aight. The president has spoken. Mamela kutlilo bua ka gore whether o le Venda, o Motswana, o le Pedi or o le Zulu. Gona le Zulu le leng le batlang go nka face to face, toe to toe. Fengu. Ka di 28th of October.
Yes.
Red Bull Sound Clash.
Yes.
So Red Bull Sound Clash is a battle. It's a battle between you and Sjava.
Yeah.
If you was Sjava, would you be worried?
If I was Sjava, I would pull out.
How many children does Sjava have?
How many?
Children does Sjava have?
7 or 9. Nasa pull out eo, nari. So competition. Which is a competition.
Naka remove advice.
+2. +2.
So, dog, Sound Clash is happening 28th September. We're out at Sunbed. Ne? We're out at Sunbed. So, for those of you who don't know, Cheese Gang, Sound Clash is like, it's a battle between two artists. They got 7 rounds to show each other off. In your professional opinion, I know you also can't give too much away.
Yeah.
Like,
NDA.
What have you got up your sleeve?
Look, if I was Sjava, I would pull out, not like the one Titi sing. And the reason I'd pull out is because the kids are coming for him.
Yeah.
So it's a battle between Mahrotman, Nana, Dawelo, Performisa, Pussy Chemis, Opela Pina, Pussy Chemis.
Titi Opela Pine.
I don't have the right shoes.
You don't need shoes.
No, you need Sjava's shoes to see. Oh. Yeah, you don't need shoes.
Spanda. So the kids are coming, man. I think for me, but for real, everything aside, like it's a competition for real. Like battling against Sjava for me is huge, man. I've always respected him, man.
Yeah.
Doing my first album last year, Ghetto Gospel, like I never told this story, but I called him like maybe 2 hours before.
Crazy.
And he pulled out. I was submitting my album. I'm like, hey, man, I've got these 2 songs that I want you to finish. And in my head, he wasn't coming that day. I'm like, easy. So I went to party with... Same day, like 2 hours later. I went to party with Venom. Immediately, I said, okay, he's serious,
No ways, bro.
Yeah, big love, much respect to Sjava, but Team Blue, legit. We have to crush you. Team Red, Red Bull Sound Clash, Joe. It's gimudlela botlhoko mara gore man lela gale.
Setse mo filela.
Nah, no, like gimudlela botlhoko. Ungiretse favor.
And now you're gonna beat him in the battle.
No lomtrapa.
Yeah, Mara.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Captain of the red team.
Red team, Mariang. So Red Bull Sound Clash. It's gonna be a movie. Sunbet. There's no Red Bull without Team Red. So yeah. Jo mara ke mo tlela botlhoko serious. Jo itse ke apologize before.
In advance.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry to the Zulu Nation. I'm so sorry, Nkabis.
Apologize
I'm coming to
Zulu.
Kwai after. I hope there's no Nkabis for me. I'm coming to Kwai on the 29th of October.
Yeah,
We're making
28 October. No, we're not going to do that.
My date is 29th.
Yeah.
29th, I'm coming to apologize. Ngizohlawula.
Nice.
Ngizohlawula lapha.
Kaskop.
Apologize Zulu in advance.
Ababukeli lapha ekhaya. Nginetshela ukuthi mina as i-president yalese emgwaqweni. Ngithanda
This is better Zulu
apologize.
than a lot of people. Shout out.
Oh, ngithanda ukuxolisa for into ngizozenza inkabi yenu uSjava Leon. Mara wazi ukuthi ePitori sisamkhiphele something nyana like la person side mara asamfuna lapha ePitori siyamcancela mara siya apologize and then siyaza lapha my ningasiphathele ama Dubulo.
It's Dubulo.
Ningasiphathele dayidenge.
Isibhamu.
Yeah, sibhamu man. Ningasiphathele ibhamu lapho. Siza lapho sifuna imhodu ne half scope. Sorry in advance. Noma nize Sunbet. Niyazi ukuthi induku inme.
That is a clean message.
Oh, man. Cheese
Have
boys.
you ever been in a fight?
Me?
Yeah.
Dog, but you said I come from settlers.
Akiri told us about the fight in the beginning.
You.
When the taxis pulled up.
The 15 quantums.
No, but that one was, he had other people. I mean, one where it's instigated.
Fengu.
Yeah.
Bro, kana nigga len chaka fengu. Fengu. Nalo ena me best you. Kama to straight. Kadala ke soft.
You believed him. You were there.
Jo marikile galo ka grade 3.
Yo, why are you fighting grade 3, Foca? Other people are
Bibo.
If I tell
It's a packet to live flat, mo beke.
with no straw. What happened?
in grade 3? No man, this girl was in grade 7. So she was in
I focal in your. No, Jola in grade 7, only go grade 3.
Oh,
Which one is this one?
I got right. Oh.
Guys, let him finish the story.
Let him finish the story.
Okay.
No man, she was in grade 7 and
Yeah.
her boyfriend was in grade 6 or 5 or something like that. Wabo. So digante naga Valentine nega morata kasi the age
Limitation.
you don't know
What
those things. So I got her flowers and whatever.
Little teddy bear.
Why hope I man? I said,
Love candy.
Love candy.
So now this guy got break him on a second break. Obviously, first break he gave for the love candy too. Got break him on a demon on later. We need to talk. I get along a little to it means we're gonna fight. How I
That's the
go
Zulu version of we wanna talk.
I go to the corner. I'm trying to speak to this guy. Man, a demon song man no man.
You.
But how's a grade 6 hitting grade 3?
That's what I'm saying. You know,
Adama na insecure.
no, but what happened is now the whole squad. I got a ball. Squad is a tlesira. Si jigara demand. Abetha demand. Hey, abamatata. Marju. Anyway, the little data. Everyone grows up like that. Check your life. The demand acceptable live like man. Can hope a moment.
Hare. Horofo Kabila Fantabi sing love candy.
For sure, Lena Hopo. Marneking what to be like. My sister helped me. Like I wrote a nice letter. You know when you put the rose tape.
Did the letter have time, mood, place?
Hey, Pops, that was the...
That was my generation.
Yeah.
Why were you guys doing
That's how we wrote love letters.
Mandela.
Yeah, during apartheid.
time, mood, place?
TikTok,
Yeah.
Zubi.
Yeah.
Gadal, okay. No, but guys, all the old people, Ghosty, Ghost Lady, did Mnaga not write time?
No, you didn't watch the episode. Umnaga uvuge sega engaged lo. Umnaga didn't propose to Ghost Lady. Uvuge sega shati.
Zulus
No,
are
the
Zulus
time
are
was
fast.
important for you guys.
Yeah, because we had to write time, mood.
What's that for?
It was like context of the love letter. Where what's happening while I write this love letter. So I'm writing it at this time. I'm writing place in my bedroom, mood, feeling excited.
But you guys were not cool then. That's
Dog,
so
we
boring.
were. Because you know what we do with that love letter? You'd burn the edges, kamechis.
Yeah.
Make it seem like it was old, rub it in sand, and then you'd spray your perfume, not perfume, like Nanik Spanisa ego. Before it was called X.
Brute.
Yeah, ego.
Which one is this one?
So I'd spray ego on the letter so that how we bula, it smells like me.
So Famayana love letting Hankar brute. Yeah,
Which
mask.
one is this one?
Come away, wasted.
Next day.
It was romantic.
No, I think our time was the more creative time. You know what people used to do with love letters? I don't know if you've seen that. They like put put it in a rooibos thing so that it comes out brown.
You guys are burning the thing. We just decorating.
It looked like an old scroll.
I'm just thinking kichi kifisa pampiri kamara mkuku kwa ene batlo. Na batlo na mfano watu. I can have letter.
No wonder your era had a lot of house paintings.
Which one is this one?
Came from a place of love.
So the house burnings came from a place of love.
That's where the term friendly fire comes from.
Which one is this one? What did Georgia?
All the fans of Arsenal.
Yo. Nah, man, Foca, dog. Yo, dog, we could sit and talk to you the whole day and night, bro. You know, our thing on this show is we motivate and we laugh as well. So to the cheese gang out there that are watching, bro, like there's people who are in the beginning of their careers, in the middle of their careers, some are about to pop. Others are at the height of their careers, but they still look up to, you know? Like someone like me, Kekrot man, but I look up to, I've been a fan of yours from day one. From day one. You know what I mean? So what advice do you have for people out there, bro, who find themselves in this space and they don't know how to push forward, how to navigate forward, how to set new goals for themselves, how to break in? What advice do you have for the cheese gang out there that's hustling and pushing like you and pursuing their dreams?
To be quite honest, the most important advice is keep the passion alive. Fight everything that kills your passion.
Yeah.
From the passion is where all the admin comes, where all the bookings come. Everything that actually, helps elevate your career is the passion. Those crazy ideas. 16th of September, Strata Nation address, that comes from a passion place. I never thought I would be this close to it and I'd be looking at the tickets and like, oh, these people are actually supporting me, So all my decisions come from the passion, I never let that kid die down. Pitori Maradona, President Destrata, Kemfana, Pilapil, Kemfanola, Salengamohar, never let the passion die down and always know passion directs where you get paid. So keep the passion alive. That's the most important rule because you can have a team, but if you don't have the passion, you're not going to do half the things they want you to do. Because DLP is a pro.
Yep.
So the passion always keeps it alive. Keep the passion alive. Keep working. Keep that kid with those dreams alive. And just like another addition, I'm a huge fan of you guys. You guys keep this consistent. From the first episode, I remember when you showed me was Zenzu. Like to where it is now for me, I'm super proud. Like these things also keep my passion alive because it's like I can't let you guys down. You guys are also going hard and I appreciate that. So I also have to keep going hard. Also, the community you have around you is very important. Like keep artists around you or people that you aspire to be like, people that you feel like, why demand at all through? Keep that person around you because he's going to keep you motivated, So stay motivated, keep the passion alive. Everybody makes mistakes, man. But as long as the passion is there, you'll always come back 10 times harder.
FOCALISTIC. Foca, dog. Fana, unja ulinyora. One thing that you said in Tlatiteng and Chapilin Kamokhar is that when you pray, you ask God for wisdom. And I think it's evident that your prayers are being answered. You're a young dude in the game, but you've got wisdom like a groot man of the game. It's in your moves. It's in the things that you do. It's in the way that you approach your career. Fana, you're a superstar.
Thank you.
You're a superstar, and like I said, dog, we might be boys, but we're constantly in awe of your success and the things that you're doing. Keep going, dog. Don't change nothing. And for me, most importantly, thank you for staying authentically true to yourself, even before it was popular. Thank you for saying, I'm going to stick to this. A lot of times, young people follow the wave or the culture. Or, you know, when back in the day, you're like, this is me. This is who I'm going to be. And as a result, you bet on yourself and look where you are today, dog. Like, I know you keep your head to the ground and you keep working, but as someone from the outside looking in, Fana, you've done exceptionally amazing for your strata, for Pitori, for your hood,
brand,
but for South Africa, dog. You represent the country so well. So whenever we see you out there performing, it's a sense of pride that we have. So keep going, Dwana, Unjaya game. And we want to say to you, those people back in the day might have been sleeping on you. But yeah, Robot.
We don't sleep on any of the guests that we have.
But
You understand? So because we are both South boys, people from the South, we've got a pillow here.
A token of appreciation.
This
They might
is
have
for
been,
everybody that's been sleeping on you.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, must tell them that Popcorn and Cheese and the Cheese Gang does not sleep on you. Yes, it's for you.
Plus for when I get Continental.
We sent to you. Hey, I got pillow. For real.
Yeah, man. So
that's,
that's
for
from
you.
us.
Hey, thank you so much. Later, if I'm feeling like, this gotta be real. For real.
We're real here, bro.
Yeah, man. That's
Aye,
for you
shout
to
out,
keep.
man.
Ukai Kenya go, Mbeto,
So other people give you their flowers when here we get pillows and popcorn.
Because we're not sleeping on you.
Mandala,
man.
Thank you so much, man.
Ladies
I never saw this part of the episodes.
That means you didn't finish any.
Which one is
That's the truth. Boom. Boom.
No, but actually, the first
You guys
episodes-
do this?
Yeah, the first episodes, we used to give them off camera, but now we do it live.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been watching the last 5, then it is right.
Even last 10. We people from the Mamel. What
And
did you
then guess what? You can't
then guess
intimidate the
what?
classes.
How did that feel having Dr. Valiga here? That was crazy.
Dog, we laughed.
Crazy.
We laughed for 3 hours. We
That's
laughed when he
dope,
got here. We laughed when we recorded. We laughed when he left. Because Malinga ujwalo, Joe.
Yeah, right.
Ujwalo. And guess what?
And guess what?
And we did it twice.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about that in the review.
Yes.
We shot it twice. The first ep we shot with Malinga. The crew that was shooting it, they lost the footage.
You guys still go through that as well.
Dog.
Let me tell you a crazy story. So I did like a crazy interview with, rest in peace, Ricky Rick. And that's what happened. Like that was so painful. Dog. Like, you know that thing, pain. Like I get to explain that. I'm like, you. I can't go low bed. Like, I'm going to rappel. Like.
Damn, bro.
Dog, that's what happened to us. I was, for that week after we lost that thing.
You were down.
I was down. I was...
It keeps hitting you like, intimated that thing.
Because you can't recreate that moment again.
Nothing.
Yeah, they're on yo.
So I hope.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You see all the cameras here. Are you pointing at the camera? Yeah, no, these guys will do better the right party.
I hope.
See what you did there. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, Rusiliana, Presidente Yasitrata. Thank you for watching yet another episode of Popcorn and Cheese. Gadi 16, it's a September. Huiralang, Huetzaran, Sitswana. Huiralang, Huetzalang. Rakopana Gaufela ko.
Strata Nation address, papa.
Yes, Gadi 16th of September, go Botanical Gardens here, Pitori. Tickets available at web tickets. And then House ko Pitori, Ule kwa Kopulukwani. Gadi 15 and 16 September, we are out at Merupa Casino from Pop-Ups and Friends. That means I'm not going to be at the show.
And guess what?
And guess what? That's what he was waiting for.
I also want to go to that show, but hey.
Hey. Oh, I can't say.
Mara tshwere ngapha na ngapha e monate.
Yeah, ngapha ngana.
Ngapha na ngapha.
Ngapha na
What
ngapha
to
na-
do
Wait,
ngapha?
15 and 16.
15 and 16.
Yeah, so then 15 and then 16. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
good.
And then 17.
Oh, I don't calculate that.
Yeah, I calculate.
And then round my mic.
Mar, I guess it's during the day.
My mic is October after we have Zulu.
Oh yeah, then round my mic. I'm there for
Show your
my
house
mic.
during the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Antona, sishama pass, siyagu Strata Nation, siyabu.
Get your water, and guess what?
And
Hardcore will be working. So
so we hit both.
Polokwane,
Yeah.
guess what? That is 16 Padco.
We operate
Polokwane
both.
to
Yeah.
Botanical Gardens. Hey.
28th October, it's the Tswanas versus the Zulus. It's the Nkabi versus Mashonisa's right-hand man. It's the one and only President Strata versus Nkabi Nation's leader, the one and only Sjava Lava. So that is happening at Sunbet Arena, Red Bull Sound Clash. Yeah, man. Dog, it's been an honor and privilege hanging out with you.
Thank you so much.
That's it from us. Cheese boys, cheese girls, cheese
gang.
gang. From me, the corn that pops.
And the cheese, that's great.
We are Robopops. And just like the tickets for Strata Nation,
We are out.
We sit with the forgotten rapper sidekick, Tao. Welcome, Tao.
Please call me Tolu.
My apologies. Welcome, Dolu. Tell us, where have you been all these years?
My life began very glamorous when I was Sophia. I used to be a white towel, vanilla, ivory, if you may. 100% cotton, the finest Cambodian, handpicked by left-handed people. Smartata. Those are the days.
Give us the dirt. Where did it all go south?
Sophia, that's a great question. It started with one stain, like I said. Before that, I was untouchable. I mean, I used to go to stages across the country. He would never leave the room without me. He needed me. We were partners in crime. Then it happened. One fateful Monday. Sophia Mohudu Monday.
Can we clean that up now? It's Sophie.
We're being personal. Yeah, I get it. Mohudu Mondays, Wana Sophia. Yeah. One stain. And he tried everything. Bless his heart, he tried everything. He said hand wash, washing machine. He even tried bleach. It was too late.
What happened next?
Wana Sophia. I got demoted. I became a Vaslap.
Fasla.
Sophia.
If you don't mind me asking, for the face or the body?
The body, my sister.
No.
I was used to just dabbing off sweat on the forehead every now and then. Maybe the lips if I was eating. Now I'm going to places no cotton should ever go to. Kerbomukhaba, Lehafi, Potris. Have you ever watched the Potris before? Tata. No, I don't wish that upon my worst enemy.
I'm so sorry to hear that. What happened next?
I started getting harder and brittle. Man. I mean, from being soft and delicate, now when you'd use me, not somebody. Sometimes I made him bleed the one time I was wiping his hand. So due to those conditions, my cotton went from 1,000% to 75%, and then 50%. I'm assuming you know mathematics. It's a
Yeah.
Then I was demoted to something I never thought I'd become. Get a scrap lab.
It's such a speed.
What
happened next?
So first I was washing the basin and the bathtub. And then one day he just put me on the floor. He never picked me up. Scrap lab.
Scrap lap.
I didn't even deserve a hand. When I get up just barefoot, run me around, eat clockwise. That's what he does. But I was very, very vanilla in the beginning.
Yeah.
As my color went from brown to gray to whatever ambiguous I am right now with my mauve. I got demoted again.
Is this where you are now?
Yeah, no, I'm tire department. I'm going inside the crevices. I want to have an exhaust pipe. Yeah, no, but I will overcome. But I like it here. I'm happy.
Yes.
I want out of the wheel caps. I'm there, inside.
Yeah.
Because I'm hard. I can get to places I can't get to. But yeah, we shall overcome, sisters.
Phew. Thank you for your story. And we are so glad Hawalahla Tolu. This has been Where Are We Now? I'm Sophie Maluleka, your host. Until next time.
Robopops. Awubiza ama cheese girl nama cheese boy da. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, now my LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story. Petting on my guest, and nice and more. You want my bundles, not of choice. Said it's in pop pops and robot boys.
Popcorn and cheese.
Yeah?
Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call the world like friends like these. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call the world like friends like these.